Hello. Welcome to episode 44 of Cool Ranch
You
Corner.
always say it that way. Hello.
Hello. No one is available to take your call. Uh, so what's going on with you, man? You got anything going on this week? Anything
No,
interesting?
no, my life's boring.
No. I got a couple things. I'm almost. So I started doing index cards for outlining my screenplay, the Coast Guard one. And I'm aiming for somewhere around 60 index cards, and each one is like a scene. So it's like 60 scenes or whatever. Some of them are really short, some of them are a couple minutes. And I'm at like 50 right now. I think I'm on 51. So I'm almost done. And then I'm going to start writing the first draft. So good progress. So the most in-depth like planning I've ever done before a first draft. So feeling good, feeling good. And I've got like 3 producers interested. So that's that's good to hear, good news. I thought we should try something new this week. I'm actually gonna be playing around with like different, like I guess topics. We do segments, whatever you want to call them. So this episode we're gonna be trying conspiracy corner. And then also if there's any like interesting rumors, I think it'd be fun to touch on those real quick. So we'll get into our first rumor after this. But I'm also I started keto on Monday, so
So is keto like no carbs?
it's like 10% of your, it's like 10% or less carbs for the day. So it's like right now I have like 30 something grams of carbs, which like you drink half a soda and that's got like that you're done.
Yeah.
But I mean most of my carbs come from like just trace amounts of carbs in like drinks or like these I have these keto bars and they have like 2 grams of carbs, like stuff like that. But been eating a lot of eggs, bacon, lots of bacon, cheese, stuff like that. I'm definitely eating higher protein than most people do for keto. But I exercise a lot, so it's like not the biggest thing is I know when I was in the Coast Guard and I did it for a few months, I literally just I lost all sense of hunger. Like I just don't get hungry. Like
I
I don't know how to explain it.
I
It's,
see. That's
it's
the thing. When
kind of
I
nice.
my body must be different because when I have like nothing but like meat, right? I get hungry like a lot faster. Like I want more.
Yeah. Well, it's because you have to, your body has to adapt to it. So it's basically your body is it thinks it's in foraging mode is what they call it, because caveman days, you would find an animal, eat the meat, maybe you'd find some berries or some shit, and that's like barely any carbs, and then like you don't, your next meal might not be for a while, so like your body is made to like eat a big meal that's like mostly protein and fat, and then like not eat for a day or two. Like that's really how our bodies are like designed. And so I'm eating every day, but it's like 2,000 calories of fat, protein, and like very little carbs. But last night, I met up with Jorge at Buffalo Wild Wings, and I tried the new Buffalo Ranch sauce on some traditional wings. Ooh, because chicken wings have like, if you get actual chicken wings, not boneless wings, the skin and stuff like that is like all fat, and so it's just all fat and protein. There's no carbs,
Man,
and
what are
so
you saying? Actual for it? Boneless wings count as chicken wings.
it's such a different meat, bro.
It's so much better though.
I after last night's wings, I think Buffalo Wild Wings specifically, like their boneless wings have gone downhill. They're like
Okay,
half the size.
I'll agree with you on that. Because
Yeah,
last time I went to Buffalo, I remember I was like so disappointed. Like it's just not the same anymore.
yeah, but I mean, it's very like chicken wings are very filling. Like I got 10 wings,
Yeah.
5 Parmesan garlic, and 5 Buffalo Ranch, which is a limited time, by the way. So if that sounds good to you, try it before it's gone. Not sponsored. So,
Yet. No.
I have done 2 videos with Buffalo Wild Wings, so I have worked with them before. They're good people. But yeah, no, like 10 wings. I was grubbing, bro. It felt like I mean, it was like
Yeah.
900 calories, and it felt like I was eating for like a solid 30
Well, because
minutes.
I remember when I would get buffalo when I was younger, I would always get like like which size had like 12 wings?
They've changed it so many times, man.
Well, so back when it was like 12 wings, I would usually get that. I would eat like most of them, and then I would bring the rest home, and I would eat this as like a snack.
Yeah, now it's like 6, 10, 15, 20, 30 is like the different sizes.
Yeah.
But like I said, the wings have gotten smaller. Like the boneless wings, the traditional wings. I mean, you can look. I posted a picture in the Cool Ranch Corner Discord, and like they were big wings, man. Like it was good.
Yeah, I did.
I
I did see the picture of it. Yeah, I was like, ooh, ooh.
there's Wingstop here, and like if Jorge wasn't down to go grab wings, like Giancarlo had work or something, so he couldn't. Because like we go to Buffalo Wild Wings a lot. That's like our go-to spot. There's also Wingstop here, and Wingstop is a little closer, and so I was like, I wonder, maybe I'll get Wingstop because I haven't had the regular wings in a long time. But those Buffalo Wild Wing traditional wings were, they hit the spot, man. I was impressed, honestly.
Well, so I remember like I had some friends in high school who they'd always be like, "Oh, we're gonna go to Wingstop. We're gonna go to Wingstop." Wingstop is like, isn't that like a Pizza Hut thing?
No, no, you're thinking of Wing Street.
Wing Street.
Wing
Okay.
Street ass.
Yeah, I was like, what am I?
Terrible.
Whenever I would hear them say it, I'm like, that sounds
Wait,
not
Wing
good.
Street is like some microwaved ass wings or something that you get with Pizza Hut pizza. Oh man.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah, keto's been nice. I'm on day 6, and the first 5 days are supposed to be the hardest. So I'm through the hard part. Like literally the first 3 to 5 days, you can have the keto flu, and the way that the keto flu is basically like since you since you cut out carbs, and carbs are responsible for holding water in your body. Like you hold a lot of water. Like for every
Right.
gram of carb, you hold like 3 to 5 grams of water or some crazy shit. And so when you cut out carbs that first day, you just like pee like crazy because all the water's leaving your body, and the electrolytes are going with it. And so you get headaches, you can get nauseous, stuff like that, right? They call it the keto flu because it's like flu symptoms. I had a headache the first night, and then I think I got nauseous one night, and it was literally because I just had like gas from eating a bunch of bacon and eggs. Like, and then it was gone, and I haven't had any issues since. I slept like a baby for the first time in a long time last night. Like I slept hard,
Well,
really crazy dreams too.
see,
But
for sleeping, the thing that I've been having issues with is it's so freaking hot, man. It's so
well,
hot.
dude, like I mean, for somebody like you who always says like you're trying to stretch every dollar, like legitimately, like keto would save you money because you just don't get hungry. You're like, oh, I'm hungry. I'll just eat a handful of
Well,
nuts,
I
and like the hunger
I
goes away
I already
immediately.
I already barely eat as it is, dude. Like I basically
Eggs are cheap.
yeah, I know, but eggs don't do anything for me, dude. Like I just
They will if you're keto.
so the way that like basically it's like they have like a snack area at work, and like there's like full on meals in there. So like usually what happens is when I get to work at lunchtime, I'll eat there, and then I get home and I eat again, and then I
What
just
kind of food is there?
um so
Like healthy stuff or no? It's like all junk.
like they have like these little Red Baron pizzas.
Ooh, those things are good.
They're like $3 or something like
Are
that.
they the French bread ones or like the circle ones?
The circle ones.
Dude, the French
They're
bread ones are the shit.
so I've had those, but so these are like the deep dish ones, right?
Ooh.
And so we were talking about it, and one of them was like one of the guys was like, "Yo, they're $3 here, but at Walmart it's $3 for a 2 pack." And so we're all like scheming of like we're gonna get a mini fridge and just start throwing stuff in it and just bring it to work. And I was like, I'm
Cool with me.
down, but like, where are we gonna store this thing? It's like, what
Yeah.
are you gonna do? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think it would do much for me, but
Well, the other thing that I've noticed is I don't need as much sleep. I'm somebody who needs like 9 hours a day, and when I'm on keto, like I can get away with like 6 or 7. Like I feel rested.
Like
Isn't that
you
weird?
get up and you're like, I'm like,
I'm like, if I was not on keto, like I would be so groggy and feel like shit
well,
because I need more sleep.
so because the issue, so when I wake up, for me, it's like I'm like, yeah, I if I close my eyes right now, I'm gonna sleep well, right? Even if
Yeah.
I've slept for 8 hours, that's how my brain feels. And there's some days where I wake up and I'm like, if I lay in bed any longer, I'm not gonna feel good. Like I'm gonna like
Mm.
have a headache, right?
Yeah.
I wish that every time that I would wake up after I slept 8 hours, I would feel the second way, not the first way, because then I would get out of bed immediately.
Mm.
And so that's how I see like waking up and being rested. I don't think I've ever woken up and been like, let's start my day since I was like 9.
I mean, in the Coast Guard, I like had to get up at 6, so there was like no choice, and I think I got used to it, you know. But now, if I had to get up at 6, it would be rough.
Yeah, well,
Like I get up at like 10 most days.
I don't know. I like I miss getting up at a normal time, and with work I get up like in the middle of the day, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, because my schedule is offset, it's like I have more of the day where like people aren't in my way.
Mm. Well, but I don't know. I don't know what it is about keto. I think it's like, I mean, it's really easy for me to just grab like a cheese stick and eat that,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Or what I've been doing lately is before bed, if I if I have the calories and I feel somewhat like, oh, like I don't feel totally satiated, I'll literally eat like a serving of peanut butter. I'll just grab a spoon, eat a serving of
Well,
peanut butter, and I feel great. Like
I'm
my
big
energy is constant. Is the nice thing.
I'm big on yogurt. I'm a huge proponent of yogurt, strawberry
Yeah. Well, I mean,
specifically.
like the thing is like I mean coffee, like you just throw half and half in there. Or I found this like keto super cream stuff, and it's like a gram of protein and a gram of fat per tablespoon. And I put
Super
like
cream.
10 tablespoons in that bitch, and it tastes like a latte. Yeah, it's
Well,
good.
um, I don't know. Peanut butter is so weird because I used to love peanut butter, and it's like now I don't find myself craving it as much.
You know what's good? Bobby gets these Thrive boxes. She has like a subscription, right? So like every couple of weeks she gets like a box of stuff, and they'll throw like free shit in there sometimes. And they threw it's like 7 servings of this like organic cashew butter, and oh my gosh, dude, cashew butter's so good.
Dude, you know what's like
Um,
super overrated?
what?
Nutella.
Oh yeah, dude, Nutella's bullshit. It's literally just like I swear, dude, if you go to a Nutella factory, it's probably like they mix in like this chocolate powder into like hazelnut and then just mix that shit up and add more sugar. Like it's
Because
so
I
sugary.
mean, like it's good.
It
It's
tastes
good,
good, but I feel
but
like shit when I eat it.
yeah, because I remember. So there was this picture I'd always see where it was like someone was like, my dad made a peanut butter and jelly sandwich that has like 9 different flavor combinations, and what it was is they would have like I feel like nine's too short or too small for what they were saying, but like they would have one slice of bread with like jelly, creamy peanut butter, and like marshmallow fluff, right?
Fluff. Yeah, everybody loves marshmallow fluff now.
And then it was like Nutella, crunchy peanut butter, and like something else. I forgot what the last one was. But then they
Yeah.
would put those 2 slices of bread together, and you'd have like a different flavor in every bite. And I'm like, Jesus, man, that's like, I feel like I'd die after eating that. That's too much.
Yeah. Before we actually get into, because we should probably move on. We've been talking for like 15 minutes
Yeah.
about like food.
We always have to
Um,
do that.
yeah, but anyways, it's sorry for the mess behind me. There's a pipe in my wall that has gotten noisier and noisier. It just sounds like running water all day. And so I had to like take everything off that wall, move my shelves into the hallway, and like it sucked. And they're supposed to come like hopefully fix it because we just signed an 18-month lease, and I'm like, yo, I'm trying to do auditions in here, and that shit's loud. Like if somebody takes a shower downstairs, it's like like
What's hilarious is I didn't hear any of that. Like your mic didn't pick it up.
my mic did not pick up any of that.
No, you just went.
I thought you meant like everything I said. I was like, yo, what the hell's wrong with my mic? But yeah, anyways, so that's why it's messy behind me. Hopefully they fix that because it'd be really nice to not have that noise anymore. You can hear it in my TikToks now. Like it's gotten bad enough to where you hear it in my
Oh,
TikToks. Like if you listen to the TikToks that I posted yesterday, you can hear it just running in the background. It sucks. I hate it, man. I hate it. I'm like, well, of course the room that I choose as my office has a faulty pipe,
faulty
you
pipe.
know. So they're gonna have to open up the wall and fix that shit, I guess. But anyways, rumor Christopher Nolan's next movie could be a Halo movie? Question mark. Tyler Moen brought this up in the Discord the other day, and I was like, "Ooh, thanks for the topic, man."
See, if that's true, like
I don't think it is. I think it's like 99% bullshit.
it's probably not true. But if it is true, it's so bittersweet because on one hand, like after the Halo show, they need some kind of redemption.
I think that's what sparked it is the cancellation of the Halo show.
But I also feel like I don't
I just don't
really
think he would be
care.
interested in that,
Yeah,
man.
I
I
don't.
really don't.
I
He just
don't know.
made Oppenheimer. Like what the
Yeah, I feel like yeah, that's a huge step down.
Halo?
Yeah. Um I don't know. Like I feel bad for the Halo fans because like Halo Infinite was going to be this huge redemption arc, right? When's the last time you've seen someone play that game?
I
Did
haven't. I stopped playing after like Reach.
did you
I mean, I
see
tried Infinite, and it was just like this is the same thing. It's just not fun.
did you see that Destiny 2 is like dead? Like dead?
Oof. Well, I mean, that was didn't they do the final update?
So they did the final like DLC for their like 10-year story, right? And they were like,
Yeah.
guys, we're gonna release more expansions. We're gonna release an expansion every like 3-ish months, and then like there will be a season pass that comes with it, and this and that. Yeah, Bungie lays off like it was like like I don't remember the number, but it was like a ton of people, including like some really important guys, right? And like then they went, so we're no longer releasing expansions. We're going to be doing small content drops. And everyone's like, okay, game's dead. And then there's a story that comes out where the CEO of Bungie apparently bought a $2.3 million supercar or some crap like that. And everyone's like, you bought a car you don't need and then laid off like a ton of people. They could have paid some of them. Like, you guys suck, man. So Bungie, everyone's lost faith in Bungie. Like it's over. It's over. I gotta
Yeah,
uninstall
that's
Destiny 2
rough.
today.
Well, back to the rumor. I think what I read was that they were saying like, oh, Christopher Nolan like played Halo on set and stuff like that. I'm like, that's bullshit. There's
No
no way.
shot.
Bro has a flip phone because he doesn't like new technology, and you think he's playing Halo while he's
I
making
didn't
a
know
movie?
that.
No, there's no way. There's no way. Yeah, he made a big deal about it in an interview because somebody was like, he found out the news that somebody had gotten apart or something like that, and he's like, yeah, somebody had to tell me because I have a flip phone. I don't get notifications like that, like, you know. Um, but yeah, I'm like 99% sure that's BS. I hope he's not making a Halo movie because I want him to make something another original film. You know what I mean? Like
And
I
Oppenheimer, I need to rewatch because it was so good.
oh that is, that movie's so intense, man. It is very good. It's on Peacock, I think, for people who haven't seen it. If you haven't, what are you doing? I mean, it is a 3 hour rated R movie, so I can see why some people maybe haven't seen it, but definitely recommend that. Moving on to the next topic. Shrinkflation is out of control, bro. I've seen so many videos lately and like news articles. I like some of the tactics that these companies are resorting to like to just to squeeze every freaking dollar out of like the product is nuts, man. Like watered down spaghettios, like literally they like the calories on the same size can goes down and the water content, like you can see the water moved up on the list of ingredients. Like they added more water to the spaghettios.
Uh,
Isn't that
there,
nuts?
there's other examples that I know of. Like I know people have been saying that the Lay's bags have more empty
More
space.
air.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And so my favorite was when we would go to like Taco Bell and they would put like less nacho cheese in the cups. Like just little
Bro,
things
no,
like
that's just somebody being lazy, bro. 100%.
that.
I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was Pizza Hut. Those greedy sons of bitches, man. I got that cheeseburger melt thing, right?
Mm.
They didn't put the Parmesan garlic seasoning on it for me, but they did for
Oh,
Theo. And then they gave me the burger sauce, and it was like a quarter full. And I'm like, what is this bullshit? Where's the sauce? I can't. This is gonna be like 2 bites of sauce here. You know what I mean? And this
I
thing is huge.
granted, I will say those melts that Pizza Hut has are like pretty good. I liked those.
Yeah, Theo is like, I want to get that again, and I'm like, I mean, if you
So
want,
I
but
think I just got the pepperoni one, like the regular like pizza one, but like I liked the texture of it.
I
Um,
prefer calzones. I
the
think
yes,
calzones are a
the
better.
calzones were amazing.
They're not as dry.
The only problem I had with the calzones is sometimes I would get one and it would be like 2 pepperonis in the whole thing, and I'm like, dude, put
Yeah, it's some
more
BS.
pepperonis in it, man.
Yeah. Well, I think that's the issue with Pizza Hut in general. They have no quality control, man. Every
No,
time I go there, it's a mixed bag.
no. My favorite story is when I went over there after work one time. It was back when I worked at Best Buy. I went over there after work, and I'm just picking up my pizza, placed the order. It was like they were getting ready to close soon, so I was like, I'm gonna place the order. I'm gonna go get it. Walk in, lady's behind the counter. I see her walk over to the bathroom with some gloves and a mop. She cleans the bathroom, walks back out, and then hands me my pizza.
Bro.
I was like, oh no! Like
Yeah.
at least it's in
No.
a box, but
Dude,
Jesus.
I think the most consistent pizza place is Little Caesars. Every time it's the
No,
same, bro.
no,
I've
no, no,
never
no,
had issues with them.
no, no, no,
Maybe
no.
not for you, but I never
No,
have issues.
so location to location, Little Caesars can vary big time. You know what place?
Well, a lot of them are family owned, so I can see how.
You want to know what place is actually super consistent?
What?
Domino's.
Fuck Domino's. They went downhill, bro.
What are you on about, bro? I love
Their
Domino's.
pizzas got smaller. The like I don't know, man. The quality of the pizza just it feels like it's thrown together. Like there's no like there'll be like less sauce on half of it. Shit like that. Like Pizza Hut, like I don't go there often enough to know if that's the same kind of issues they have, but
I went to a Pizza Hut one time, got breadsticks for free, and they put some weird sauce on it. And I was like, I'm not even gonna eat this, man. I don't know what this is.
somebody somebody was like just grabs a random cup, just like voila,
I was like, I don't know what this is. It was
bone
like,
apple teeth.
it had to have been like a garlic sauce or something like that. It was like yellow, and I was like, I don't know what
Dude,
this
have you
is.
seen how they make those breadsticks?
No.
They literally pull like like they're all attached to each other, right? It's just like a frozen brick, and they just throw it in a microwave and they heat it for like 4 minutes, and it's like ding. It's
I
like, oh, there you
hate. Have
go,
you seen
fresh
that video
breadsticks.
where it's like this is how Little Caesars makes their sauce, and it's like all the seasonings and then like some tomato sauce, and they're just like mixing it together, and it looks gross, but I keep seeing it, and I'm
Tastes
like,
so good.
I'm like, dude, have they considered that that is how all sauces are made? Like it just because it's Little Caesars.
People shit on it, yeah, for
Yeah,
no reason.
I don't know. I think when you go
And
to
every time I go to Pizza Hut, it's filthy, bro. The place is filthy.
when you go to Little Caesars, if it's a good Little Caesars, it'll always be a good Little Caesars. If it's a
Well,
bad
dude,
Little Caesars, just don't go to that one.
Little Caesars is living in like 2030, bro. They got those freaking like pizza portals. You just
Yeah,
walk in, put in
dude,
your code, and you leave.
I
You're
broke
just like,
one time.
I did too. The door got like I opened my thing, right? I opened it, I took my stuff out, and like one of the sauce cups fell and it tried to close and it like, started going like hey! The sauce.
Well,
I'm like, it's hot too. I'm like, I'm not sticking my fingers in there.
so the problem was, so I had never used the pizza portal before, and so I go to put it, and the thing is, I don't know if all of them are like this, but this one in particular, you put the code in and you don't hit enter or done or anything. You just put the code in and it recognizes it and opens it up. And so I pressed done, thinking, hey, I'm done putting the code in. And it had already started opening up, and it started closing. So I was like, "Oh!" And I put my hand in there, and I started pulling it out, and it stopped. And I was like, "Okay."
Oh,
And I took it out, and then it wouldn't go down. And I was like, I gotta get out of here. I was like, I'm gone. So I
Yeah.
was there with my friend Garrett, and he was like, I think you broke it. I was like, we don't talk about that. Let's just go, man. I was like, I
Dude,
want my
I
food.
love their crazy sauce, man.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
it's so damn good. If you get the stuffed crust and you dip the crust in the crazy sauce, oh,
So
best.
Little Caesars, like 100%. If there was one closer, and if I knew it was a good one, I would go all the time. I
What's like your go-to place right now?
I don't get fast food anymore. Like I got McDonald's for a week because they had that $5 meal deal, right? And then
Yeah,
I
I'll
was
tell you
like,
what.
oh, I feel awful.
I'm not gonna get specific as to like what part of town we're in, but everything is so close, bro. Like everything is like a 5 minute drive.
Well, there's a ton of stuff here. Like there's a Jimmy John's and a Jersey Mike's and all
Yep.
that stuff. But I don't think there's any like pizza places.
Got Firehouse, Jimmy John's, um, Subway, like it's
Yeah,
all
there's a
like right
Subway.
there.
Yeah,
Jersey Mike's, Chipotle,
there's like a
Wingstop. Did I say Wingstop already?
no.
Little Caesars. There's like two of them really close by, so it's like whatever. Uh, Everything's right here, man. Like
Yeah,
there's like four McDonald's. Like we're like right in the middle of like four different McDonald's. Like it's
yeah.
crazy.
There's a McDonald's right there, and um, I don't know. I have to go drive around that area like in the morning just to see what's actually in that spot because it's like
You could
so
literally just look at the map on your phone.
yeah, but like I want to go and see it so I know like what the drive is like because like there's a
Mm,
Wendy's right and there's two different ways
yeah.
to get to it and one of them you have to go through this roundabout and the roundabout's not set up well at all and there's only one entrance like as far as like when you're driving through the like to get to the Wendy's, there's only one entrance to the
Yeah.
actual lot, and it's like not big enough for two cars. So like
Mm,
if someone's exiting, you have to wait for them before you actually go in.
mm,
It's so
yeah.
I'm like the Wendy's itself is great. It's a good
Yeah.
Wendy's,
Wendy's
but
is solid.
it's just the entrance sucks.
I love Wendy's nuggets. And the Baconator is classic, bro. Love the
Every time I
Baconator.
go, I get a baconator, I get some nuggets, and I get a like
Do
a
you just
small
get the
burrito.
Baconator as it is, or do you tell them no sauce?
Oh, I get it plain. So I
Okay.
get
So
just bacon and
and
cheese.
yeah, literally the only thing they do, other than the bacon and cheese is so this like it's like a I don't know what it is. It's like a mayo ketchup sauce or
Yeah, I
something.
think
It's
so.
good. I like it. But
I'm not
because
a
it keeps it
sauce
from being
guy.
too dry. Yeah. But back to our topic to end it off.
Jesus.
A couple of other crazy things I've seen with this shrinkflation is the Gatorade dents
Is
on the
that
bottom of the bottles have gotten deeper. Like they literally made the dent deeper. So it's like like a fluid ounce less, like little things like that that you won't notice.
so? And what's funny about that is like, meanwhile, if you get a can of soda, like I'm finding bigger and bigger packs of soda now. I'm seeing
Yeah,
like,
no,
yeah,
I don't think soda's really affected because it's soda's so cheap to produce already,
yeah,
But the other thing was like I've seen videos on TikTok of people opening up packs of gum that are normally 10 pieces and they've literally just like gotten rid of one of the like like the dentine like they look like teeth,
mhm.
those little blocks of gum. Literally it'll be like 10 spots, but the 10th spot is like the plastic is gone and it's just like indents where it would go. Like literally they just removed a piece of gum from the pack and they're selling it for the same price. Crazy. Like just like dude, like I don't I mean they talked about rapid inflation when like the stimulus checks and stuff went out and like how like later on like that I think they said that 40% of the money circulating in the US was printed
Yeah.
during that time, but now they're saying like 70% in the last year or last 2 years or something like that. Like 70% of the money in circulation right now in the US was printed in the last 2 years, and that's because of inflation.
Yeah, it's
And I'm like,
rough,
that
dude.
is nuts, man. Um, I guess we can. I guess while we're at it, we can just talk about since we're talking about shrinkflation, the Dow Jones and like the whole stock market as a whole had a pretty big
Yeah.
dip yesterday. I
So,
was talking to Jorge about it because he's a stock guy.
I forget the name of the organization that actually takes care of it, but like, um, when they go, hey, we're not lowering rates or anything like that. Like when they do that, I guess they basically said, yeah, we aren't doing anything to make interest rates better. So sucks to suck. And everyone was like, oh, I'm selling my Bitcoin then. So crypto's down too. Like everything's down. I think the company that got hit really hard was Intel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, Intel
I mean,
got screwed.
overall, it seems like they're saying that this is a sign that we're officially in a recession, and I'm like, I thought they said that like 2 years ago.
So they did, but I think like there was like different signs, and this was more of like the unemployment rate was at a certain point for like 11
Yeah.
months or something, and so that is also a sign. And it's just like, man, I just want to go
Well,
to
I
sleep and not wake up, you know.
because we're planning to buy a house in the next couple of years, like I pay a lot of attention to the housing market news. And like everybody's like, if you are planning to sell your house, sell it now because the market's gonna crash in the next 2 years. And like you're not gonna be able to sell it. Like you might lose money if you try to sell it in the next couple of years. So like sell it now.
Hmm.
And I also saw people saying like if you're somebody who owns a lot of real estate, like um if you have a mortgage on any of them, keep that one and sell the other ones because if the housing market crashes in like the 50% range, which is what they're saying they're thinking is going to happen, which is pretty bad. That's like
Hmm.
I think 2008 numbers, if not worse. Um then like the banks will be forced to like give you a like a refinance deal, and so like you'll save a lot of money or something like that. So they're like, sell your vacation homes, and I'm like, damn, bro, this is not a, like if everybody sells their houses, I'm pretty sure that's gonna make the market crash faster. So I don't know. Crazy times, man. Crazy times. We're gonna do our ad break now. Support us by using G Fuel code Danny D. I'm drinking some Tamarind Agua Fresca, the Blue Beetle flavor. The Ghost Face flavor, I believe the pre-order's gone. I think that's dropping in like September, October. The new Golden Slushy flavor, the Neopets 25th anniversary flavor, is really good. It's like a kiwi orange flavor. And then Jinxie Juice is a reskin of Fortune Blend, so it's like a pina colada flavor. It is pineapple coconut, and if it seems like they changed it a little though, where it's like more pineapple than coconut. It's really refreshing. So recommend that one. The art on that one is great. G Fuel has definitely slowed down on flavor releases, but they have so many good flavors. Like I feel like you can't even complain. It's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know, like there's so many good flavors already.
Yeah, and Flavor Bomb's still my favorite. You
Mm.
know, like
I don't know if you can get that anymore.
I'm pretty sure you can't, which is unfortunate. But like, that's one of
I
those
think
flavors.
I have 2 tubs of it, so I can give you some. Like I have it when it was classified, and then I have like the actual like flavor bomb on it. I could
Oh
totally give you
yeah.
some.
Huh.
Yeah, I'll hook
Okay.
you up. Because I can't drink all this, man. I literally can't drink it all. I have like 1,000 servings of more than 1,000 servings of G Fuel
Well,
right
so
here.
what I used to do, okay, and I'm gonna say this right now, don't do this, especially if you're my height. What I used to do is I would drink a whole can before work when I went to so
300
I went,
milligram?
yeah.
Woo,
on my
bros.
on my way to work, I was
Rocket fuel.
wired, and I'm gonna
Yeah.
say right now the day went by so fast.
Dude, well, I like, I am not BSing you when I say this. G Fuel is, I think, the only energy drink I've had where I do not feel a crash after drinking it.
Yeah, yeah,
And I
yeah.
don't know what it is about how they formulate it, but like I've drank other energy drinks, and like a couple hours later, I feel like
Well,
drained.
so you want to know what I've noticed? And this is super weird because I remember like I used to, I think there's multiple factors to it, but so what I was doing for a bit is I would drink like a can of Mountain Dew before work, like now, right? And I kept noticing I was like an hour into my shift, I would get like a small like the feeling you get when you have a panic attack where like your chest kind of, I would get that, right? And now I've
Like an anxious feeling.
yeah, and so
Ugh.
I switch over to like just using like a scoop of G Fuel, in a
Yeah.
bottle of water, gone.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, it's the best energy drink on the market. Unless,
I
unlike, I'm sure there's like some like crazy organic like expensive health nut ones or something like that, but for a zero sugar bang for your buck energy drink, it doesn't. I don't think it gets any better
yeah,
than this.
and
40 servings in a tub. The flavors are amazing. Zero
I
sugar.
I think that might be what it is. It might be the sugar.
I think I 100% think so cuz like they say when your blood sugar spikes and stuff, it can give you like it can trigger that combined with caffeine can trigger like anxiety. So,
Yeah,
um never had that issue with G Fuel. But yeah, use G Fuel code Danny D, get 20 to 30% off, 10% off on their merch and stuff if you want like a nice their t-shirts are nice.
yeah.
They last a long
I
time.
need more.
Dude, they're nice. And support us with the Patreon. I literally am about to do some Patreon questions here. So like if you want your questions or topic suggestions, it's $1 to join. That gets you access to the Discord. It is $3 if you want a game with us, which we did this morning. There was 4 of us playing Fortnite. We tried the festival mode, and that was a blast. We were playing like Metallica in there and stuff. Good times. Um, it's growing, man. We have like I think 15 or 16 people in the Discord. It's really tight knit. We're always we have a meme corner now. Like we're dropping memes. Everybody's always posting what food they're eating, which I think is a funny thing that we do now. Like everybody's like, ooh, look at, and then everybody's just
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Well, I
like,
got in there.
damn.
Like I said, I went in there and like I saw wings and I was like, I can't look at that. I can't look at that because I was like, God, those look so good.
Those were mine. Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I'm not gonna get into food talk. Let's just say I
Yeah,
was
we
like,
talked about food enough this episode. But I also want to announce because I do secret giveaways in the Discord, guys. Like I said, all you gotta do is join for $1 and you can win something. I'm gonna be giving away G Fuel packets, maybe Danny Doritos shakers, who knows what, Pollo Loco posters. I don't know, could be anything. But I decided to do a giveaway this week for Good Burger 2 on DVD because they sent me an extra one by accident, and so why not give it away? It's still sealed. Look at that. And so Aiden, congratulations, bro. I will be reaching out to you very shortly on Discord to get the shipping details for this. So I give away random stuff in the Discord, and then once a month I give away it could be a G Fuel collector's box, it could be a tub of G Fuel and a shaker, it could be a hydration tub. You never know. I do a monthly US only and a monthly international. The monthly US one is $5 a month. The international is $10 a month. But if you join the $10 a month one and you are in the US, that means you get 2 chances to win something. So think about that. It's a good deal. I mean, we shipped Cal his tub in Canada, and it was like $27 to ship it. So that's why that tier is more expensive. But it's because, goddamn, I mean that's Canada. I can't imagine what it's gonna be like if I have to ship something to like Australia. You know what I mean? It's just probably gonna be like 50, $60. So get in there, join the Discord. It is a ton of fun in there. I want to meet you guys. I want to know what topics you guys want to hear and stuff like that. Support the Patreon with the link in the description. And let's move on to our patron questions for the week. So once a week, I go in the Patreon and I say, hey, what topics or questions do you have for this week's episode? And so this week we had 3. Super Dude 01 asks, since Borderlands is coming out, what is the best video game adaptation? Good question.
adaptation.
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 Ad- adaptation.
No.
I spelled adaptation in there, but adaptation. The
So,
best video game adaptation.
anyways, I
That's I copy pasted that. Super Dude said
adaptation's
adaptation.
correct. He's right.
Whatever, adaptation.
So, I actually have 2 answers for this. Okay, I have out of the ones that I've seen, I still think the Fallout TV show was just really good. And then I've heard The Witcher was awesome.
Have not watched The Witcher. I think the audience turned on that show, but I would have to go with either
Wait,
for a
really?
TV show. Yeah, for a TV show, I would have to go with either Fallout or The Last of Us. The Last of Us
Oh,
is
yeah.
probably more like The Last of Us is literally the video game, so I think I have to go with The Last of Us for TV show. But for movies, I think Super Mario Bros. That's like the one that comes to mind where it's like it was like accurate to the game and everything. So,
Yeah.
um,
So wait, why did they turn on The Witcher?
because Henry Cavill like left and they replaced him with like Liam Hemsworth or something,
See,
and
okay.
Chris Hemsworth played the games, and I guess the reason he left is because he was complaining that they were changing things, and he likes the games, so
So
like that's the reason why he did
I
it.
would say up until the point that he left, that is when it was good.
I heard like the first and second season, like the only thing worth watching, and I think he was in season up till season three.
Huh.
So I just remember when the first season came out, there was that like him in the jacuzzi meme or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it was like him in the bath shirtless, you know.
Well, because I remember like when it first came out, people were like singing praises about that show. I didn't know that it actually like
Toss a coin to your Witcher. Yeah, everybody was singing that.
yeah.
But yeah, what do you have a movie adaptation that you can think of?
Movie, no.
I mean, Uncharted was like okay.
I didn't see Uncharted, and I don't know. I don't think there's any movie adaptations that I've actually liked that I've seen.
Most of them aren't good. I hope Borderlands is good. There is no buzz for it. So, but I plan on going to see it just for the hell of it. I think it could be fun because it's a fun universe at least, you know. And they're like a lot of it is like campy and a lot of jokes. So, and I mean, Jack Black as Claptrap does seem like good casting to me. But Diego Can 2 says, "What is your favorite Call of Duty of all time?" Modern Warfare 2, the OG Modern Warfare 2 from like 2009 is mine. Black Ops 2.
I would say Black Ops 2, but
That's a close second for me.
but I also am speaking from like a place of nostalgia. I think World at War might honestly be the best Call of Duty.
I mean, a lot of people said after Call of Duty 4 it was like a step back. It felt slower, but I
But
don't
the
know.
campaign, dude, the
I
campaign was
the campaign is
so
pretty
good, and
good.
that's when
Yeah,
zombies started.
I think
And
the Modern Warfare 2 campaign is the best though.
but
Got Hans Zimmer doing the
you don't
score.
have campaigns like World at Wars anymore. They're not like that. They just aren't.
Like gory?
No, as in like
What do you
it's
mean?
like very like grounded. Like it's not like that anymore, dude.
I mean,
Like
Modern Warfare 2 is pretty grounded.
I mean,
What is that grounded about it?
oh, I don't know, the White House being attacked by Russians. Like what?
Dude, that is like there's movies about that in the 80s because they were worried that was actually gonna happen.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
just a modern
but
take on it because it's modern warfare.
but it's like I think with World at War, you experience more of like what war is actually like.
Yeah. But I think Modern Warfare 2 for me, like when that game came out, you could feel the energy like around like just out in public. You could just everybody was talking about it. The campaign was like blockbuster worthy. It was like one of the first Call of Duty campaigns where everybody was like, "Oh, do you mean you can basically do this like a movie and give it like a movie's budget?" You know? It was a
Because
blockbuster campaign.
I'll at
Set
least
the
give you
standard.
this with the multiplayer. I remember like that was a whole different era. Like it was,
It really changed things.
yeah.
They added so much to it with the kill streaks and
You know what multiplayer wasn't great like that from that era. Black Ops One. I think Black Ops One's multiplayer was like
I enjoyed it. It just there was something about the engine for that one. It just felt kind of almost cartoony.
well, that's how all Treyarch games are. But like I think
But I really felt it in that one. Felt sluggish.
the only thing that was like really great about the original Black Ops and its multiplayer was the party games and like the wager
Mm.
matches and stuff like that. Like that was
Yeah,
very unique at
one
the
in the
time.
chamber.
Yeah,
Gun game. Was that the one that introduced gun game?
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Black Ops 1, but Black Ops 2 was just like a perfect
Oh,
game.
yeah, and they keep saying, "Oh, remaster Black Ops 2, remaster Black Ops 2," and I'm like,
No,
why?
stop. I don't want to spend money on the same game again. Just give
I
me give
I
me a
will
good Call of Duty instead of shitting out the same thing
I will take a remaster of World at War.
with cryptocurrency. Yeah, World at War could deserve a good dude. So up until like Black Ops 3, I got like every prestige edition. Like I was crazy about Call of Duty.
And that's such a shame because with Black Ops 3, that's when they had the Juggernog fridge,
Hmm.
and I really wish I had gotten
Yeah,
that.
but that's when I was joining the military and stuff. It was
Well,
just
that
different
was that
times.
was that was the first. Well, actually, no, I shouldn't say that. So the first Call of Duty that I actually like bought was Advanced Warfare,
Which
and then
is, I think it gets way more hate than it deserves.
I agree because honestly, I
Same thing with Ghosts. I thought Ghosts was fine. It was
um
fine.
no, I remember I went back and played it and I was like, God, this
It's
is
better than
boring.
Black Ops 4.
Anything's
Black
better
Ops
than
4
Black
was.
Ops 4,
I
dude.
mean, Black Ops 4 was just, I mean, and then, oh, you know what? I think, okay, I take it back. The one that gets the most hate that it doesn't deserve is Infinite Warfare. I think the multiplayer is the weakest in that one because it's just laser
But
guns and
yeah, they
anti-gravity and shit.
the
But the
campaign
zombies is
and
underrated. The campaign has an actual like emotional arc to it. Like it that game gets way more hate than it deserves.
yeah, no, and then no one talks about Vanguard because Vanguard was just
I'd legitimately forget that that was a game sometimes. World War II underrated as well. That had
World
a
War
really
Two.
good campaign.
So what makes me so mad about World War Two is their zombies could have been so good, but it
Yeah,
was like after the second DLC, they just like gave
I
up.
wish they kept that kept the headquarters, like the HQ, where like you load into lobbies and stuff, and like you can run around and like plink targets and like
Well,
throw snowballs and stuff during
so
Christmas.
they got the idea from Destiny, and the reason why it works for Destiny is because that's where you go and get quests. But even then, people
Yeah,
still complain about it because it's like, why can't I just like buy a bounty from like the menu, and then go and do the thing, right? Instead, you got to go
yeah,
back to this area, and like, sure, you can like show off your like the outfit that you've built. You know, you got all these armor pieces, these ornaments, and these shaders and stuff like that, and that's cool. But with World War Two, what did you have for that? Like, there wasn't much to show off, and then you would open up supply drops in front of people. People just go and stare at
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and then you
Oh,
and then you look, and it's like, oh, my bad.
oh.
Like, sorry guys, sorry my loot box was too boring. I got three
Chris would
gun
open his
drips.
supply drops, and I would stand next to him and be like, and he'd be
Well,
like, "Bro, go away!"
yeah, yeah, like. And then they had the commendations or whatever, right? And so you would commend
Yeah,
somebody. Yeah, like I don't know.
but they could have added more to it. You know what
They
I mean? But
could
like for
have,
the
yeah.
for a first time doing that kind of like HQ thing, I thought it was great.
So
I thought it
I
was fun.
I feel bad for Sledgehammer because it's like they always get the short end of the stick. It's not their fault that they want to innovate and that people just like don't
I just feel like they don't
like
get the
it.
same amount of resources.
They definitely
You
don't.
know? Yeah,
I
and
mean, with
they're always like helping the other studio finish shit. You
yeah,
know?
because Advanced Warfare, I genuinely think Advanced Warfare was like,
I loved it. I had a really fun time with that game.
well, so
I just have to pay
that
respect.
probably had the this is controversial, okay? I think that game had the best gunplay out of any Call of Duty game. Because
Interesting.
I still remember how the HBRA 3 feels
The
to this day.
zombies in that one was hard, bro. Because
Yeah,
those zombies would show up and they had exosuits, and you're like, bro, this guy's like just as powerful as me, and he's a zombie.
yeah, yeah.
It
No,
was legitimately scary.
and
You remember the cutscene? Like it would like exosuit jump into the helicopter, and you're like, oh shit.
yeah. Well, and that was when they first like started doing stuff for zombies. It was like a
Yeah.
survival map, and then I think um was it the first DLC where that's when they started releasing zombies maps? But I don't know. There was a Burger Town map, and that one sucked. That one was awful.
Yeah, I didn't play a lot of the zombies in that one, but wait, which one had was it Ghosts that had the alien mode? That was
Yeah,
fun.
Extinction. Yeah,
That wasn't bad.
I've seen people go back and play it, and it's like I still don't understand what happened at the end of that storyline.
Yeah, I mean, I don't
Apparently it got
know.
really
I don't think I even
weird.
played the
It
last
was like
one.
Hollow Earth, and there was like gods and
Mm.
stuff like it was very weird.
But anyways, towards the end of the month, we're gonna get two different beta sessions for the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 beta. So if you want to come game with us, join the Patreon this month.
And pre-order it.
Um,
Pre-order
and
Black Ops
pre-order.
6.
Well, and they are doing an open beta the second time. So if you don't pre-order it, you can still play with us the second time, which will be in September. So
Beginning of September, I think, which is
yeah,
awesome because I
but
have 2 3-day weekends.
so excited, bro! A new Call of Duty with some actual innovation.
Yeah.
So, anyways, join the Patreon if you want to game with us. Chris normally doesn't game with us, which you should,
Well,
because it's
I
fun.
will when Black Ops 6 the beta
Yeah, he
comes out,
will.
I'm playing that. Yeah.
And then when the full game comes out, for sure, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of zombies, and dude, it would be fun to just do private matches and like mess around.
Yeah, if we have enough people, I
Um,
would totally do, dude, like 6v6.
infected and stuff like ooh.
Yeah. Oh,
um,
infected. Yeah, Michael
yeah,
Myers. Ooh.
Michael Myers, yeah. Last Patreon question. Tommy Slays says, if you had to pick one movie to watch for the rest of your life, what would it be? I'm gonna go Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
It's a really good pick. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I feel like no matter what point of the movie it's in, whether it's the beginning, the middle, the end, I could just like I can just pick it up wherever it is and watch it. Like if it was on TV and it's like in the middle of the movie, I would just be sucked in. Like it's got like a hangout vibe, you know? So you feel like a fly on the wall
No,
almost.
my favorite part of Ferris Bueller's Day Off is when the principal goes into like the I think it's like a bar or something like that, and he goes to the bartender and he's like, "Who's playing?" Because there's a baseball match on the screen. The guy goes, "Oh, this team and the Bears," and he goes, "Oh, what's the score?" And he goes, "Oh, it's tied." Principal goes, "Who's winning?" And the bartender goes, "The Bears." Like he's not even listening
um,
to what he's saying.
but yeah, if you guys have any questions or topics you want to suggest, on the Patreon, we'll shout you out and answer your questions. Thank you guys for your questions. Moving on to our new segment, Conspiracy Corner. When we started this podcast back in the day, like
Yes,
back in like 2021, we were very conspiracy
it
focused.
was Cool Ranch Conspiracy Corner is what it was called, and
Yeah, and
that
so
yeah, those were the days.
those were the
Talked
days.
about Bigfoot one episode. I remember that to this
Yeah,
day.
like for a whole episode, we talked about Bigfoot and like the footage, that old footage.
Yeah.
Um, but today's conspiracy, and I don't know if this segment will be in every episode. We'll play it by ear, but I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet about how even Joe Rogan talked about this a couple times. Was Joe Biden replaced with a clone?
I I see the evidence they have for it, and it's like if he was
They say
replaced,
he got taller.
yeah, if he was replaced, I wouldn't be too surprised. But also, like, why
It,
would you replace the clone with somebody who like talks like that?
yeah, that's the thing that tells me no. Like it's not a clone because he like why would they replace him with a clone that's like the same if not worse? Like
Yeah.
he wandered onto. Did you see they there was a video I saw yesterday
Oh,
where
it's the plane thing.
yeah, was it, I can't remember what the plane where the plane was from, some foreign
It was. I think
country.
it's from Russia. It was. I
Yeah,
think it was
and
like
so
a
they
prisoner
released
exchange thing.
prisoners.
Yeah.
Yeah, they released prisoners, and then Joe Biden wandered onto the plane.
So what I heard was he was actually going to thank the pilots for like bringing them back.
I don't think he was supposed to do that.
Oh, I'm sure he wasn't, but like that's what he was
But the,
doing.
but he like wandered on and like came out so quick that it was like I don't think he said anything to anyone. Like you know what I mean? Like, it was they were like, "Hey, come back." Like he wasn't supposed to go. But the way he went up, you know, it's just like old man wandering around the retirement home kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna say no. I don't think it's a clone, but I think it's funny that like that's how bad politics are right now in this country. We're thinking that like, you remember when they were like, oh, is Putin dead? You remember there were all those rumors.
They said the same thing about
They
Kim
literally
Jong
just did the
Un.
same. Yeah, they did the same thing with Joe Biden
So
this like last week.
random thing, since we're on the topic of politics, I'm gonna look up because now that Kamala Harris is in the race, I want to see what her approval rating's looking like. Ooh,
Bad.
51% disapprove.
Well, the other thing was they're arguing about debates right now. Like Trump is
Yeah.
saying like, oh, we did the debate with CNN, now let's do a debate with Fox News, and Kamala said like he's afraid to debate her, and then he was like, then let's do the debate on Fox News, and she declined. That's the last I heard, and I'm like, I really want to see a debate between them.
Yeah. I think she'd get smoked.
I think so too, because a lot of things she talks about, whenever I see interviews, it sounds like she's reading, like she's just regurgitating something she read on like a fact sheet. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't sound like she's
Yeah.
actually giving an opinion.
I don't know. I really don't think that she's great because there was this one clip
I
where
just don't know enough about her.
there was a protest and they were like straight up saying like Kamala Harris had awful policies and that she was stupid or whatever, like all kinds of stuff. Just saying she sucks, right?
Yeah.
But it was like the way they were saying it. I don't know if it was hard to understand or if it was in a different language. I don't remember the context of it. But basically, they're saying bad things about her and she doesn't understand what they're saying, and she's like clapping along to it, and then her like advisor next to her is like, yeah, they're talking bad about you. Like this is against you. Don't clap along.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Oh, you froze on my end. I might
oh
have frozen on yours. She did that. She did her campaign thing or whatever, and like they had Megan Thee Stallion before, and like as soon as Megan Thee Stallion was done with her little like pre-concert thing before Kamala Harris got up there, people started leaving. Like everybody just started leaving. They didn't want to stay to listen to her, and I'm like, ooh, it's a bad look. Um, the what was it? The other? Oh, I did look into the marijuana thing that everybody brings up about her because I saw Trump talking about that too. That she put
yeah,
a lot of people in prison, and it's weird. It seems like it's kind of like they maybe they hid some of the numbers. Like it's kind of not clear. Like a lot of people like say that the facts aren't like nobody really knows the numbers. But what I saw is that there were 15 people who were arrested under her while she was district attorney for like 9 years or I can't remember how many years. But she was in like San Francisco. They arrested around 1,500 people. 41 went straight to prison, and this is for like small amounts of marijuana possession. And then like they're like, oh well, they didn't, a lot of them didn't go to prison like people are saying, but what they did do was sit in jail for a long time waiting to find out like what was going to happen. And then they're like, oh well, you kind of served a lot of time here, so we're just going to let you go now. But people sat in like 1,500 people sat in jail because she like refused to like be more lenient with it as the state was embracing marijuana policies. You know what I mean? Like it just very strange
well,
that she
so
would choose that side, you know.
on the topic
But
of conspiracies in politics, I've been seeing that if you try and look up anything related to like Trump rallies or the shooting, um, it will it will like avoid autofilling anything related to Trump.
mm,
And then if
interesting.
you look up Trump rally, the first thing that popped up for a while was a Kamala Harris rally. Yeah.
That's weird.
So
But yeah,
a little weird. Google has a history of doing stuff like that though.
if anybody has a conspiracy that they want us to discuss in future episodes, join the Patreon and suggest it. Um, we love talking about crazy stuff like that because I don't know, it's fun to think like, ooh, what if, you know, like it's not serious most of the time, but um, yeah. Let us know if you want us to keep this topic, by the way, in the comments on YouTube.
YouTube.
Serious news story for the week. Game Informer
I
shut down after
I did
33
see this
years.
one, and honestly, I remember I looked at it and I was like, I was gonna like to tweet, and I was like, no,
It's a shame.
yeah.
But the first thought that came to my head was like, bro, how's GameStop gonna sell memberships?
And honestly, like GameStop, I don't understand how that company's still like afloat.
I don't know either. I
I
don't think they
think
got much time left.
I think they just sell like game merch. I think it's what they are.
Yeah, I when I went in there, it really seemed like they were trying to turn it into more of like a pop culture store than just a gaming store.
Yeah.
But a
'Cause
lot of it's
there was
just
like
junk.
Rick and Morty stuff in there last time I went in there. I think.
They have like they're charging like 25 bucks for these T-shirts that look like they were made at the mall, like just shitty printed T-shirts, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah, no, that's a shame. Like I remember getting Game Informer in the mail and getting excited, like, you know, ooh, new Call of Duty stuff like that. They were, you know, they always had really cool covers. I was talking to Jorge about it last night. And he said that he probably has a stack of them in his closet still. You know, like everybody knew what Game
What did
Informer
you do with the
was.
ones that you had? They're in a box, right?
I think I threw them out.
Oh man, you could have sold those.
I don't know. But anyways, Sag. Bye bye, Game Informer.
Sag.
Yeah,
Sag.
bye bye. And then last topic before we get into our movie, TV, or game recommendations for the week. We kind of touched on this last episode a little bit, but a topic that we've had on here for a while that we just haven't gotten to is TikTok dying? And it seems like every week I'm like on the fence again. I don't think it's dying. I think they're just changing the platform a lot. I think that it's really become more focused on TikTok Shop. Like I feel like everything I see now is this TikTok Shop shit. Um, I hate the TikTok Shop stuff, but I don't
Well,
think it's going anywhere.
because what I'll say, I know for a bit it was just like hard to get views at all unless you do something like just completely
That's
brain rot, right?
that's how it is right now.
But I mean, I'm seeing, not to like get into your stats, but like I'm seeing like you have multiple videos that are above 100K right now, from like the last like few
Well,
days.
I started posting less.
That's the thing. So I I don't know why that's like I don't know if that's the point. Like if you point or if you post less, then you get more views, or if it's like a happy coincidence. I don't know, but
I heard
it's
you don't want to post more than 3 times a day now. So I have two accounts and I post three on one and then one or two on the other. Oh.
well. I always thought it was funny because there's a video you have on the other account where it's like literally just try not to trigger, yeah, try not to trigger the
Yeah,
effect,
yeah.
right? 1.2 million views, and it's like that's. I'm still so salty about the fact that I had a video that popped off because I just do, or I think I, what is it called when you like
Stitch.
stitch? Yeah, I stitched some dude saying there are no boys' names that start with A and end with an N.
Yeah, but like the video is somebody making napalm.
Yeah, and so, but so when you go back and look at the original video, it had the same amount of views that mine did. So that video format just does well. But you have accounts that are dedicated to doing stuff like that,
Yeah. Well, I
and they
mean,
get tons of views.
I talked to Bobby and she's like, pay attention to your For You page because she says that it seems like a lot of the videos that pop up are either um from small accounts that are like less than 500k, like anywhere from like 20k to 500k followers, like just smaller accounts.
Hmm.
Um, or they're from big accounts but old ass videos. Like the videos that she sees pop up from me are from like months ago.
It, dude,
So I think they're trying to make the longevity of the videos longer is what's happening.
Instagram is the same way. So I've been getting a lot of videos that are like, it'll be like 7 weeks ago, and I'm like,
How
what?
is this relevant? Yeah,
Yeah,
you're like,
because I saw. You remember the whole thing that happened with that Cloud Strike or whatever it was called, the that like security thing for Windows,
yeah.
and yeah, I saw a meme about that like last night, and I'm like, no one's talking about this anymore. Like, why am I seeing this now?
Isn't it? Is the one of the things that's wild to me is how fast we move through the news cycle now. Like, I feel like when I was a kid, like something would happen and people would talk about it for the rest of the month. And now it's like people will talk about it while it's happening and then like completely forget about it the next week.
I think it's because there's just too many things that are going on.
Yeah. And the other thing about TikTok is that I mean, so as of right now, they're saying that TikTok is it has to either like diverge or sell their US company or ByteDance as a whole so that China is not in control of it in the US. And so they have until January to show progress. And if they do show progress on that, then they can extend it to April. But if they don't satisfy, I guess what the U.S. government wants, then TikTok could be going away in January or April. Um, but I don't know. People seem to be on the fence in the TikTok community about whether that's going to happen or not. Some people think no, there's too much legal trouble that's going to come with that. It's going to stop it from being banned. Or like maybe it'll be temporarily banned and then it'll come back because it'll get challenged in court right away. Um, some people think that ByteDance is literally going to create another entity, call it TikTok, and then just sell that. So they're not selling the whole company; they're just selling the U.S. version of it, and then that will be based in the US. And so like that will satisfy the needs, but I honestly think this TikTok shop thing is the main reason why they want to ban it. I'm hearing that like it's starting to cut into like Amazon's profits, and they just reported like that like they saw a downtrend, and so like that hasn't happened in a long time for Amazon, and so it's like Amazon is one of the main lobbyists against it. So I have no idea what's gonna happen, but I will say this: I'm not going anywhere. I will continue to post on Instagram and YouTube if it gets banned. And as of right now, like I would say, like when it comes to ad revenue, like 70% of my ad revenue comes from YouTube. So I'm not. It's not like, oh no, TikTok's gone. I gotta get a job. You know, like it's not gonna be like that. So
I gotta get a job.
people, dude, the comments on TikTok are definitely the most toxic. Like they've
Oh
become the
yeah.
most toxic. Like people just say rude shit. They're like, bro, there's like two memes or two brain rot comments that go around everywhere now, and it's like, just put the fries in the bag, bro.
Yeah, I've seen
Right?
that one. Yeah.
And then the other one is uh like this guy's biggest fear is a job application is what I see on like comments now, and like they'll put like a piece of paper with like writing on it, like the emoji, and it's like I don't know, like to see people who are like just casual viewers say that, I'm like, why is this the joke that everybody's repeating? You know what I mean? Like there's so much more clever ways to poke jabs at TikTokers, but that's where we're at right now. Like the brain rotty comments.
I don't know. TikTok, like you know my experience with it.
They did you dirty.
Yeah.
But
Uh,
yeah, I think TikTok has definitely changed for the worse. I think the fact that every other video is TikTok shop, an ad, or a live has definitely made making content for that platform worse. But YouTube, we're thriving. YouTube, we're growing. Like, I mean, we're at 3 million. We just passed 3 million 50K, which is crazy because I feel like we just hit 3 million like 2 weeks ago. So we're still going at a steady rate on YouTube. My Instagram's growing. I would love to get to 1 million on Instagram because that's just like, if you have 1 million on Instagram, people are like, whoa.
well, what do you
Like
got right now?
Instagram's hard to 161. Okay.
See,
Instagram's hard to grow on.
I think Instagram is just
I think the hardest one is Twitter though. Twitter's super hard to grow on.
that's that. Well, it's because everyone on Twitter, if you're big, it's because you talk about like AI or Elon Musk or something like that. Like that's what gets
I
pushed on
think to
there.
grow on Twitter, you have to have like really edgy, like takes and stuff, and
Yeah,
just tweet like random brain
either
rotty stuff.
either that or you have to just like steal news stories.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think
Twitter is
Twitter's where the
treated
most drama happens.
Twitter is treated more as like a news source than a social media platform.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, I could see Twitter. I honestly like they said it was probably going to go away at some point. Then Elon Musk took over and like he's kept it relevant, and he tweets like a mother like he tweets like crazy. I will say,
Yeah, that's
and it's funny
any
because he does not filter. Like he just says whatever.
yeah. I think every time he takes a dump, he just tweets.
Yeah, but yeah, no. So would you think TikTok's dying? I think it slowly is, but it
I
really depends on if it gets banned or not. If it
yeah.
doesn't get banned, I think it'll have a resurgence.
I don't know. I mean, cause I know people who still use TikTok all the time. I just don't use it. Like I haven't had it downloaded. It's
The
got to be
thing
like at
that I
least a
would say the
year.
thing that I'm most worried about is that if TikTok got banned, then YouTube might like pay YouTube Shorts less because there's no competition anymore. That worries me, but at the same time, I feel like YouTube might not do that because YouTube, honestly, like out of all the platforms, YouTube seems like it appreciates its creators more than anybody else.
Hmm.
They like actually like they don't want people to be like, oh, I can't afford to make content anymore, so I got to go get a job and I'm not posting anymore.
On
They don't want that.
on an interesting note, this is a side tangent, but did you see that Amazon is still losing money from Twitch?
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, like not only are they still losing money, but they're losing more because they're losing viewership slowly. Like it's
Yeah,
like
I don't
Kick has
watch
really
Twitch
picked up
anymore.
steam. YouTube gaming is a lot bigger than I thought it was,
Yeah.
but like I think it's because that's a world like you got more foreign streamers on YouTube is
Well,
what I think.
also I think YouTube was playing like 4D chess because if somebody is live on YouTube and it's somebody that I already like watched their videos, right? I go, "Oh, hey, they're live. I'm getting more content from this person that I already watch." Whereas with
Yeah.
Twitch, I only go and look for people when either they are someone that like plays with someone that I've watched on YouTube, or it's like I heard about them from a different platform. Like I was like on Instagram, saw a meme about XQC and was like, "Oh, that guy seems funny. Let me go check him out."
I can't even remember the last time I've been on Twitch if I'm being honest.
Well, I go on there to see if anyone's live, and usually not. And then I go on Kick and I see, oh, actually she's playing Dota too. I'm not watching that.
I hate Kick, man. That platform is just like a dumpster fire. Like it's just rude people,
Even
OnlyFans models. It's just
Trainwreck was saying
gambling.
Trainwreck was like he was doing a gambling stream. And he was talking about like the view botting problems really bad. And as soon as he says that, someone view botted him. He had like 200,000 viewers. And he's like, "Oh my god, guys! Oh my god, we have the highest viewership on the history of this platform. Oh my god, guys, it's real. Those are real viewers." And he's just joking around, right? And then like, yeah, you see it sort of peter off,
Yeah.
right? But I was like, dude, like,
Yeah.
they don't crack down on it at all. Like, and he was he
Yeah.
was not happy about it. He's like, "This is a platform that I'm building, and we don't have a good moderation team. We need to fix
I
that."
don't think I don't see the longevity of that platform.
I don't understand
I
how
don't
they're
think they
even
have the
making money on
infrastructure.
it.
Because like I don't know what the infrastructure of Twitch is like, but I bet you YouTube has better infrastructure than that because it's so much more than just a live streaming platform, you know?
Yeah, I think YouTube can't go anywhere, man.
And I'm not gonna say how, but I know ways to get in contact with the YouTube team like right now. Twitch, you got to send an email or a support message, and it's like hopefully I hear something in the next 3 to 5 days. And
Yeah.
sometimes, like I remember one time I had got in contact with an issue and I never heard anything. Like YouTube actually like does shit, man. TikTok, their support's pretty terrible, but at least there is a way to like fix things if you have issues. But a Twitch, I feel like you're just on your own, man. Um, but yeah, let us know down in the comments. Do you think TikTok is dying? And now we're going to give our recommendations for the week and close out the show. So, Chris, you go first.
Go play the newer Wolfenstein games, except for Youngblood. That game's kind of whatever. But like the New Order, the New Colossus, and the Old Blood, not in that order, but play those three because I think about those games a lot, and it's just like I don't think that there's very many games like it these days. Like Doom is kind of in the same vein, but Doom has its own style. So it's like Wolfenstein gives you that alternate history sort of like I guess niche, like that's what it feels, right? But it's not like too serious, right? So there is an actual plot, there is a story to it, and the story's generally pretty good. But it's like you're playing as a dude who is taking down like basically an entire philosophy or
Mm-hmm.
entire like like it's I mean for context basically the Germans won World War II, right? But they
Yeah.
have like crazy technology and stuff like that. And so it's like you're fighting like giant robot dogs and like these big old mechs and stuff like that. And they've got these futuristic guns, but America's like screwed, right? And so
Yeah.
if you, like you are the point at which things go to the way that they were supposed to be, where America's like hey, we won, you know. So
Yeah.
um it gets a little crazy sometimes. Like there's times where your character definitely should have died, but he doesn't. Um,
It-
but
what it
it's
reminds me of, like, just to chime in real quick, what Wolfenstein reminds me of is like the old war games, like the old Medal of Honors, the
yeah,
old Call of Duty, like the first two Call of Duty first three. Yeah, like it feels like that old school. Like there's not like all this crap to do. It's literally just like kill Nazis and loot. Like it's just like
yeah,
get more ammo, get health. Like it's very
yeah. And it's
simple
like
and
just classic boss fights as well. It's not like
it feels casual.
yeah, like that's a game. Like, because I'll go back and just play it because I'm like, and that's not even talking about the gunplay. The gunplay in those games is great. Um,
Yeah, it's fun. It feels arcadey.
yes, that's a great way to put it. It's arcadey, but it's not just like mindless. Because
Yeah.
that's a lot of games was it like Vampire Survivor or whatever it's called? That game, I look at it and I'm like, I don't think it looks like a mobile game, and I think it is. And
I
I'm
know what
like,
you're talking about.
yeah,
Yeah.
mobile games. There's no thought behind them besides just like this is how I'm gonna spend the next 5 minutes. This is how I'm gonna get through the next five
Yeah.
minutes, right? With this game, it's like I sit down and I'm like, I want to get to the next mission. I want to get to the part where I have the laser gun, you know. So
Yeah. So that's a good segue into my game recommendation for the week. I have a game and a movie to recommend, but I found this game because I was on my Steam Deck, and I was like, bro, we got this Steam Deck and I've played it like 5 times. Like, let me play a game on my Steam Deck. But then the issue is like, okay, what game do I play? Because I don't want to get into like a big AAA game that I gotta like get invested in right now. So I was like, let me look for something really casual and like stress free. And I found this game for $5 called Thronefall, and it's a tower defense game. But your guy can like run around on a horse and actually like have a weapon like a
oh,
sword or something and like shoot arrows, and you have like a base that you protect, but it's $5. There's like they keep adding to it like free stuff, so it's like a bunch of like levels and different maps and stuff. I literally have only played like the
I
the
like
tutorial on the first map.
the
The
art style.
graphics are pretty. Yeah, it
Yeah,
has a really pretty color scheme. And like my Steam Deck, I cranked up the graphics all the way, and it's really vibrant looking. And it's like it's stress free, man. Like I love that I'm able to just like pick this up and play it and jump in and out of it. You know what I mean? Like I'm not invested in a story per se, but I guess there is a little story in
so
it from what I saw.
when did you
But
get it?
a couple days ago,
Because the price went up to 850.
it's still worth that.
Yeah,
I would pay $10 for it.
I think that's
It
like the
has
normal
it,
price
it
is
has a
10 bucks.
bunch
Yeah.
it has a bunch of difficulties, so there's a lot of replay value in it. And like I said, there's still is it early access?
Yes.
Yeah, so like for an early access game, it feels like a complete game already.
Oh, see, okay. I thought that this art style looks familiar, and I know what it reminds me of. It reminds me of Cluster Truck. Have you heard of that?
That one.
Where it's where
No.
you do like parkour, and you go from like you go from like semi truck to semi truck. You like you're just jumping on like the back of semi trucks until you get to the end of the level.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah, but
same art
it,
style kind of.
if you like tower defense games, I think this is one of my favorite ones I've ever played. When I say tower defense, it's not like, oh, there's like, it's not like Balloons tower defense where it's like
It's not.
yeah, no, it's like almost like an open world like version of tower defense. Like the maps aren't like huge, but they have a little mini map in the corner that shows you like red dots where the enemies are coming from, and that shit is clutch, bro.
I like how like I'm seeing the gameplay right now. Like you like build the walls and it just like
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's
You upgrade your towers and stuff, and like you have little like barracks that you can train
dude.
different enemy.
I see
Like,
this dude. He's on his horse. He's just going. He's just.
dude, it's so fun, man. It's the most fun little casual game I've played in a long time.
It's a cute little game too. Like I think it's
Graphics are so pretty, man. I really like it.
yeah.
I
So
highly recommend it.
so
And I
when
don't game a lot anymore.
I say the art style reminds me of Cluster Truck, I don't mean in like in terms of like the color schemes. I mean like it's like a low poly like kind of art style.
Yeah, but if you
So
crank the graphics up all the way, it looks really nice.
yeah, God, that looks like a fun little game, man.
Yeah,
That's a
and
great
well, so
recommendation.
yeah, and every time, so the other thing that I like is that you know how like some tower defense games you have like a timer, like you have to like get all your shit set up and upgraded before the timer runs out.
Hmm.
This you can choose when you start the next level, the next round, like the next
Ooh,
wave, and it has like like you hold down the button and it's like, oh, 3 seconds and the wave will start. And when the wave starts, it turns to nighttime and the graphics are so pretty, bro, because it turns to like dark blue and purple, and then like you have the
yeah.
glow of the camp, and it,
I
it is
I love the
it is
animations. They're
dude,
great.
I'm telling dude, I think you would like it too. It's such a casual, like before bed type of game.
I wonder if
It's a good way to
this.
wind down.
Let me actually. I wonder if it's on if it's on mobile.
I don't know if it's on. I let me look. I'm gonna see. I played it on Steam,
There's a
but
bootleg of it. It's called Throne Hill.
fuck that. Don't buy that. Downfall only. Yeah, it looks like it's only on Steam. I feel like this would kill on like Xbox and stuff too, though. You know,
Yeah.
dude. It is like like if you go look at the it's an indie game. So if you go look at the reviews and stuff, everybody's praising how like
Yeah.
how
So,
dedicated the team is to it and stuff. Like all reviews, 14,025 reviews on Steam, overwhelmingly positive. The last 630 reviews are very positive. Short review. If you think it looks interesting, buy it. Longer review. I've been telling people about this game off Steam for some time. It's a game I keep coming back to, especially as updates have added and balanced new things. Set to come out of early access, so I thought it was a good time to review. Um, 10 out of 10. Like everybody really loves it. They said it's so simple and like stress free.
do you see the 10 out of 10 farmer review? Do you see that?
I saw it, but I didn't read
Don't read it out loud, but it's
it. Anyways, to end the episode, I am a huge M Night Shyamalan fan. I love The Sixth Sense, Unbreakable, Signs, Split. I The Visit is a really good found footage movie. I've he's made some stinkers here and there, but you know, I think when they call you the
sorry.
next when they start out like putting you in magazines saying you're the next Steven Spielberg, that's a really hard thing to live up to.
Hmm.
And his last couple movies, Glass was okay. Um, I thought Old had like terrible dialogue, but the concept is really fun. That's where they're on the beach and
Yeah.
like they're aging rapidly, and it's like kind of scary, you know. Um, that was really good. Knock at the Cabin, I think is his was his strongest film in recent memory. And then I saw Trap the other night with Bobby, and so the concept, and this is in the trailer, so I'm not spoiling anything. But Josh Hartnett, who killed it in Oppenheimer, in my opinion, he is a serial killer who's at a concert with his daughter, and he sees all these cops like surrounding, and like asks one of the guys selling merch like what's going on, and he's like, oh, like they found out this serial killer is like gonna be at this concert, and so they set up a trap for him. And
Oh.
he's like, oh and so like he's at this concert trying to figure out how to get out of the damn venue because they're checking everybody at all the doors, and it goes from there. And the first act, I swear it's on purpose. The dialogue is so campy, bro. Like it is like in a good way, like to where it's funny on purpose. Like it's all the conversations are all awkward, but you know he's giving it's exposition at the same time, so you're like learning what you need to know. And then like once the first act is literally over, so M Night Shyamalan puts himself in all his movies, and so it's not a spoiler because literally every movie he puts himself in it. When he shows up in this movie, it's like, all right, now the ride is starting, and the rest of the movie is just twists and turns, and it is like it is like one of those thrillers they don't make anymore. It is just like an old school thriller, and like it does things where you're like, oh man, I didn't think of that, like, you know. And it's not for everybody. I think a lot of people are gonna want to like rent it or watch it on streaming, but it is definitely worth a watch. It is so fun. I'm thinking about going and seeing it again with Jorge just because I loved it so much. Bobby loved it. The first act, though, because of that clunky dialogue, I was worried. I was like, please don't be the whole movie like this. But then like when M Night shows up in this, I'm just like, it's genius. Everybody's giving him shit because the concert that they're at, the singer is played by his daughter. And so they're like, and she's an actual like musician. And so they're like, oh, this is just like a Nepo baby movie and this and that. But she acts in it too, like, and does legitimately decent. Like, I was really impressed, man. And Josh Hartnett is so good. He's so good. It's worth seeing just for him. So go watch Trap. Support it at the theater if you're a fan of M. Night. Or at least rent it when it comes out on VOD, because you know how it is these days. Shit'll probably be up for rental in like 3 weeks. So, but legitimately, other than Deadpool and Wolverine, one of the most fun movie going experiences I've had this year. So check out Trap. It is a fun little thing. Everybody's like, oh, the real Trap is you have to listen to his daughter's concert. But I thought the movie was a blast. And if you're going into it thinking, oh, like I'm about to see the next Oppenheimer or something, you're smoking something, bro. Like this is literally supposed to be like a campy, suspenseful thriller, and it great use of tension. I could talk about this movie for hours, man. Go see it. Josh Hartnett is the shit, bro. I'm so happy to see him as a lead in a film. And let me know in the comments on this video if you saw it and if you agree. I think it's split right now. I think a lot of I looked at like the critic reviews, and even the critics that are shitting on it are not saying anything bad. They're basically just saying like, "Oh, I feel like I was tricked into listening to his daughter's music." But he's literally like looking around trying to figure out how to get the fuck out of this venue while the concert's going on. So it's like really smartly executed in my opinion. Um I had a fun time. I love M Night. Can't wait to see what he does next. Go see Trap. And see you next week.
Buy some G Fuel.
Yeah, buy some G
Join the
Fuel. Go Danny
Patreon.
D. Join the Patreon. Peace.